What's good, guys? Fantasy Joe back here with our mock draft Monday. We are doing a 2-quarterback Superflex mock draft. Half-point PPR from the 2 spot. Let's get into it. If you guys are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button on the channel. Would really appreciate it. Bring you guys a ton of redraft content, ton of dynasty content, all that good stuff. I have a ton of fantasy profiles on the channel. My league winner series has been coming out. Running backs already out, wide receivers tomorrow. Check all that good stuff out. Okay, so we had the number 2 pick, and someone took Patrick Mahomes with the number 1, so I'm going to take Christian McCaffrey here and lock him in as my RB1. I really like taking Christian McCaffrey still as a 101, even in 2 quarterback mock drafts, because running back is still a more difficult position to fill, and I think he's going to score significantly more points, or he has the ability to score significantly more points than the next running back in fantasy. We saw that in 2019 where he scored 120 points more than the next running back, and that can really separate your team and launch it, give you that upside to win the league. Okay, so after he was selected, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Derrick Henry, Kyler Murray, Josh Allen, Devontae Adams, Ezekiel Elliott, Dak Prescott, Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb, Lamar, Aaron Jones, Tyreek Hill, Saquon Barkley, Russell Wilson, and Kelsey all went. I'm definitely going to try a little bit of a new strategy today. Going to see if I can, try to wait on some of these stud quarterbacks and still fill out this team well. I'm going to try to snag one, but here I'm actually going to take Calvin Ridley. I think he's super safe this year. I think he has the upside to finish the number 1 receiver, so we're going to lock him in at this spot. Get McCaffrey, get Calvin Ridley. Short turn there. Rodgers is still there. Antonio Gibson's still there, and so is Clyde. I'm actually going to take Antonio Gibson here. I've been drafting Clyde all year long ahead of Antonio Gibson. I have him back-to-back in my rankings, so I'm very high on both. I just think the upside's a little higher for Clyde. I think the floor, I think you'll probably be Gibson. Probably might have a little bit higher likelihood of hitting it. He's been a touchdown monster before, having 11 on only 170 carries last year. But with Clyde with his ankle injury, just don't know where it's at right now. I'll take Antonio Gibson. So I started off with Christian McCaffrey, Gibson, and Ridley. I really like that combo for upside and stability. Okay, let's take a look at who's available. So now we got Joe Burrow, Matt Ryan, Kirk Cousins. Okay. Darrell Henderson's still out there. Gosh, I am tempted to take him, and I already have 2 backs, though, so I don't need to take him. Trevor Lawrence and Joe Burrow is really close to me because I think Trevor Lawrence is going to run this year. I think Joe Burrow does have higher upside, though, with those 3 stud receivers that they have in Cincinnati, and they're going to throw the ball a lot. So I'm going to take Joe Burrow as my first quarterback, lock him in. He might be a little rusty to start the year, but I'm not too worried about it. Okay, I drafted him there. Trevor Lawrence is still there. I think I'm going to wait for that next quarterback. While I wait, I'll snag Amari Cooper, fill in my wide receiver 2. I really love that 4-pack of skill position players that I was able to get with McCaffrey, Gibson, Ridley, Cooper. I feel like they're all studs and all have a really good chance to finish as 1s. So let's see. Baker, Ryan Fitzpatrick. I think Tua was selected. I would have liked to get a Tua or somebody like that. But that's the way it goes. Taking a look at who's available. Okay. I'm pretty solid on who I know I want to take. So, yeah, I've got a plan there. Don't worry. But I think we'll take Aiyuk here. Yeah, I think we'll take Aiyuk. Fill him in as my first bench player. Short wait. We get back. I have a plan for the second quarterback spot, but we're just going to have to... I'm going to take Travis Etienne here, give my second running back. I can stick on that bench, have a good running back, good wide receiver I can fill in. And we'll see who gets taken at wide receiver or at quarterback before our next turn. Okay, so Baker's still on the board. I find Baker very interesting in Cleveland. I'll snag Baker. Not a huge Baker guy. I was honestly planning on snagging Sam Darnold and another guy later, but Baker's made to this point in the draft. I just don't think I can keep passing on him at this point, so I'll draft him here. Okay. Now, the guy I've got my eyes on, just to let you guys know, and what I was thinking about is taking Sam Darnold and linking him with a Trey Lance. I think Trey Lance, there's a good chance he starts the season as the starter, but just in case he snags someone like Sam Darnold, he's got a soft schedule to begin the season, and you can link those two guys together and hopefully get one really good quarterback for a very low price in your drafts. Cut Sam Darnold once Trey Lance becomes a starter, and you can, move on for your team. But, okay, so yeah, honestly, in a 2-quarterback mock, I'm thinking about, here, we have 20 picks till our next turn. I'm just going to lock up Trey Lance right now in the 9th round in a 2-quarterback mock because of that rushing upside he brings. You don't want to just come in 3rd in your league or come in 2nd. You want to try to win your league. That's why I grabbed that 4-pack of skill position players. That's why I'm going to reach on Lance a little bit here, grab that stud that I think could finish as a top 5 quarterback. He's got the rushing ability in a Kyle Shanahan offense. We've also seen RG3 as a rookie be top 5 quarterback in a Kyle Shanahan offense with a similar skill set. I don't know, skimmer is not a word, but a similar skill set. Let's take a look. So now I've got 3 quarterbacks on the roster who I think are pretty solid. We'll start stacking some of these skill position players. I'll snag Zack Moss here. I think there's some upside for him on that Buffalo offense when you consider that how good they are, and I think he is a goal line and pass catching back, which is the valuable roles that you want in fantasy football. So I'll snag him there. I'll snag Darnell Mooney with his next pick. I think he's a great value at this point in the draft. I think Mooney could have a really big year if Fields is good. He's a great deep ball thrower, and Darnell Mooney got open a ton last year deep down the field. I think he could be very solid for fantasy. Let's take a look at what tight ends are left. So we've got Logan Thomas, Tyler Higbee, Mike Gesicki, Jonnu Smith. I'm going to snag my tight end here just because I feel like there's kind of a tier break. I think Tyler Higbee has a chance to be a post-hype sleeper. I've been saying that for months. With Gerald Everett gone, Matthew Stafford in town, brings a whole new level to what that offense could be. I'll snag him there. Then let's take a look. I am tempted, honestly, I don't usually do this, but to take Chuba Hubbard here just because we saw how good Mike Davis was in that role last year. I think Chuba Hubbard's probably a better player, actually. And then you take the benefit of taking a locked-in handcuff with a stud like McCaffrey is I basically have that running back one spot filled all year. If McCaffrey goes down, I just stick Chuba Hubbard in there. And obviously Chuba Hubbard could go down after that, but I'd have to make preceding moves to lock it down all year if he really goes down for a long period of time. But, and honestly, taking a look, the only other guy, I would be interested in Elijah Moore. We'll take Elijah Moore and see if we can't snag Chuba Hubbard in the next round, maybe. Yeah, I think Elijah Moore could be very good for fantasy this year. I think he's the receiver I want for the New York Jets. I know Corey Davis was heavily targeted in that game the other day. It could be him, but I think Elijah Moore has more upside to him where it's just like he could break off for 1,100 yards or something as a rookie and really help out your fantasy team if he secures that target role. Let's take a look at who's out there. I think he got drafted. There he is, actually. Okay, so we'll snag Hubbard. Lock in that. Like I said, that RB2 spot. And honestly, I'll snag the Patriots defense. I think they play Miami week 1. You can potentially snag a pretty good matchup there. So I'll snag them with my last pick. And that'll round out our draft. All right, so let's take a look at the team. So we got Joe Burrow, Baker Mayfield, Christian McCaffrey, Antonio Gibson, Calvin Ridley, Amari Cooper, Tyler Higbee, Patriots defense. Then we got Aiyuk on the bench, Travis Etienne, Trey Lance, Zack Moss, Darnell Mooney, Elijah Moore, Chuba Hubbard. I really like this team, and like I said, you need to be drafting your teams with enough upside on them to win the league. That's what I did. I got that cheap. I got a stack of Aiyuk and Trey Lance. Lance real cheap. 9th round of a 2 QB mock is pretty cheap. I think I can stick both of them into the starting lineup, or I'm going to stick Trey Lance to the starting lineup shortly once he becomes a starter. Combine him with Burrow. They've got big time upside that quarterback position. And then you look at the 4-pack of stud players I already have besides my quarterbacks. That's how you build a team that could potentially win your league, bring home that prize money, that title, that good stuff. So yeah, really like this team. If you guys are new, hit that subscribe button. Please, please, please hit that sub button. Hit that like button. Really helps out the video. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll respond as always. Until next time, this is Fantasy.